Hello everyone, welcome to PSIR 300 Plus channel. This is me, your educator Sayyid Shujatullah. As you know that we have started a series of lectures with respect to Mains 2025 PSIR optional question paper analysis. I'm not just doing the analysis, along with the analysis, I'm also giving you some important answer oriented points that you should have mentioned in your examination. So it will act as an important interpretation with regard to those who have written the examination, and also to the beginners for the 2026. They can get the idea of articulating their answer with the help of this session. So to join my classes, there's a number given here. You can just put a message on it or you can call. So we will have a one-to-one demo session. Just see that how we are able to maneuver and streamline complete your optional process, with the help of which you will get close to 350 marks, and that becomes a very good number with regard to getting through the mains cutoff marks. Also, our motto is very simple: optional driven mains cutoff marks we are pursuing here. Okay, right. So in our last class on the channel itself, I have created a separate playlist in which these question and answers are kept separately, so you can just watch from them one by one. So in the last class we have dealt with these two important questions: explain the philosophical approach to the study of political theory, write a short notes on a relationship between equality liberty from the multicultural perspective. Today we'll be talking about explain the Macpherson's view on power, and we will also, another question is the fascism. We have to distinguish the concept of fascism, and we have to distinguish the fascism with respect to Italy and German. How these both are different, and in a way both of them are common. So that particular answer we have to write here. So these two important questions we are going to discuss, third and C and D. Like that I will complete the paper 1 also, paper 2 also. So that will end our PSIR optional model question and answer analysis. Then we'll start our, anyhow I'm doing the Modi Mania series and I'm doing the international relations anyhow, so that you have to follow regularly. My success rate is very high, so you'll get around 95% of the questions directly from my lectures only. Okay, right. So this we have already done in my last class. Now, explain the Macpherson's view of power. So basically here they are not asking about the power with regard to our body or strength. So basically what happens here is power is assumed. Power is assumed. Power is assumed with respect to an individual can assume the power. An institution can assume the power, or a collective representation of people can also assume the power. Right or wrong? Yes. So when we talk about individual assuming the power, basically you will get around what monarchical type of system here. If you talk about power is being assumed by institution, it is more or so related to what communism, which is practiced in China and once upon a time in Germany too. Then collective representation, we are actually talking about democracy. Democracy, right or wrong? Yes. All of these seeks to govern what? Seeks to govern a particular group of citizens, obviously. Seeks to govern a particular group of citizens, and all of these also seek for a welfare state. Okay, in and out I'm talking about how it should be ideal state, right? So power is basically assumed, and all of them are getting what? Legitimacy. One is getting legitimacy with respect to the higher, one is getting legitimacy with respect to the group which is standing on classless society, casteless society. Another is getting legitimacy from the people itself, which is called as democratic form of government. So in your introduction you are writing all of this in 3 to 4 lines. Okay. Now here Macpherson view of power. So all of them are using the power or not? Yes. So what did he say? He said that there should be two types of power distinguishes, he said. One is developmental power. Another one he said is extractive power. In India, we have a blend of these two. This is more important, which we'll write after explaining this two. In a developmental power, we try to increase the human capabilities. Human capabilities. This we do with the help of what? Skill development mission. We are doing mudra loans. We are doing, okay, we are trying to make people financially inclusion, right? We are doing all of this so that our human capabilities are the essence of being a human is getting importance with regard to developmental power. So we are doing it. So after writing the what is the meaning of a developmental power, that's what I have told you, that it helps to increase the human capabilities. I'm just cutting it short because anyhow in the classes and when you are learning, you will be learning in depth whatever it is. But at this point of time, what you have to discuss in your answer, that is what I'm giving, and some important points. Extractive power, with the name only you can understand that someone is extracting someone from. Okay, here we are talking about corporatization. Here we are talking about capitalism, where the lot whatever the corporates and the capitalists earn money, so from the non-owner all of that money and profits are being transferred to the owner. Who are non-owner here? Non-owner are us, nothing but employees. So basically these guys are putting a lot of money and yielding a lot of power, pressurizing and influencing the market, and trying to get a lot of space in the market and extracting a lot of profits. And that's how, with the help of us, and we are being contributory to their profits and the wealth maximization. So this is called as extractive power. So India is having this too. India focuses on this, and India focuses on here also. India focuses on complete public oriented enterprises, central public sector enterprises. Then we are also having private. Then we are having blend of this PPP. We are having this blend of this PPP. So after writing this concept, you are trying to write this important elements. Okay, important elements with regard to Macpherson view of power. According to him, how it should be. He said that power should be like this, developmental extractive. Okay. Moreover, he has also given the power seeks to pursue. Power seeks to pursue what? Power seeks to pursue participative democracy. According to him, the power should be participative democracy. And here we can have decentralization, you can say. Here we can have delegation, you can say. That also happened with regard to our constitution has itself done in the form of schedule 7 division of power is there, and by 73rd and 74th amendment act also we have given the decentralization of power. So participative democracy and voting rights in the 324 article is given. So what Macpherson is saying, obviously it is very much relevant to us. That's why we are continuously evolving in a very progressive and positive manner with regard to participative democracy. Reduction of social inequality is one of the important way that Macpherson says that the power should seek to reduce social inequalities. For that purpose, you can understand that gender budgeting we are having, minorities welfare departments we are having here, taxation system is there with taxes higher to the higher earning person, lower to the lower earning person, here to bridge the inequalities and to make the inclusive growth. Lot of credit facilities etc are being given. Okay, so we are working towards reduction of social inequalities. This communist this is also present in DPSP welfare state mechanism also, where we seek to remove the social inequalities. Now we have citizen participation or citizen active citizen. You know that any law recently we have got triple talaq we have got, WAC amendment bill we have got, okay, digital rules regulation bill we have got. Government does ask the opinions of various stakeholders. If you are a digital person, digital content creator, what do you voice for it, whether you are okay with the bill or not, whether the newspapers are okay with that or not, experts are okay with that or not. So government is calling the active citizenry participation. Plus Man Ki Baat program is also there. Feedback mechanisms are being introduced. Citizens chatters are on their way. Transparency, accountability is there. So basically you can understand that what Macpherson seeks to pursue participating, all of these India has it. So I have given you the live and real example how we are actually implementing. This is important. Another, this I have told you, another important concept with regard to Macpherson view of power is strict and broader. Strict is something like you try to establish a mechanism, a simple mechanism of what legitimate power. That's all. So means here you are giving the democratic and liberal values in the sense that you got the power. That's all. So here only you are talking about just like घर चाहिए हमें तो घर ले लिए. घर में एक लोग कैसे रहना चाहिए, किस तरीके से उनका डेवलपमेंट होना चाहिए, दैट इज नॉट बीइंग इंश्योर्ड. दैट इज नॉट बीइंग इंश्योर्ड, दैट इज नॉट बीइंग टॉक अबाउट. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट स्ट्रिक्टर व्यू ऑफ व्हाट डेमोक्रेटिक लिबरलिज्म. और इन्होंने बोला है ब्रॉडर भी. ब्रॉडर का मतलब यही होता है कि यू टॉक अबाउट वेरियस एस्पेक्ट्स ऑफ द सोसाइटी. सो इन अ ब्रॉडर liberal democracy, he said that there should be one man should be there. He said that one vote should be there. Okay, one class should be there. Okay, one law should be there. So that's what it is called as broader. So that all of these seeks to establish what social justice should be established. Inclusive development should be there. That is what is called as broader way of economic liberalism, democratic liberalism. Okay, I hope this is all clear to you. If you're writing this much, more than enough. If you're explaining this, and trying to relate all of these to our present scenario of our country, you are perfectly placed. Now you can see that power can be derived from an established system of authority that allocates the right to command and duty to obey. Right or wrong? Yes. So example, we are having legislators, enforcement agencies, bureaucrats, all of them are getting the power with the help of which they have the right to command us and we have the duty to obey. And they also have the ability to restrain and control our choices, opportunities and liberties. That is called as power. Getting my point? C.B. Macpherson's theory of democracy offers a very critical perspective on traditional liberal democratic thought, arguing that true democracy must not be beyond a simple mechanism that I have told you. It should not be a very stricter one. Just establishing this democratic setup is not enough. Okay, it should be on a broader focus, should be on the substantial ideals of human equality and self-development. That is what is called as broader view. Okay, getting my point. So you have to talk about this. If you are doing this, you are very well done with your question. Okay, clear? Right. Now we have the major mention the differences between Italian brand of fascism and German. So here you have tried the introduction in the sense that how the Italian and German brand of fascism has been originated after the World War One because of social, economic, political chaos like that, and some of the important causes of these two fascist revolution you have to write. After writing that, then you start explaining with regard to what is the Italian brand of fascism, what it focuses on, and German brand of fascism, what it focuses on. Basically, I'll give you one idea. Introduction and causes can be written very easily, but let us understand what is Italian and brand. First of all, here power should be there. Power is a major important area. In the Italian brand of fascism, the power is little bit what not absolute, means does not rest everything in one particular individual or one particular institution. In German, power is what absolute. Okay, power should be what absolute. Where with regard to because we are living in a cosmopolitan complex society, so our attitude towards the racism. Okay, racism. Italians are not so racist, not no Semitism is there here. Anti-Semitism they follow completely. They wanted to establish what their own people supremacy, nothing but a Aryan race supremacy they want to establish. Remember this point. Here, if you see with regard to the economic system, here the economic system are more or less a blend of capital and corporate, but here complete communism system is there. State ownership is being pursued with regard to what German brand of fascism. With regard to nationalism, okay, they both believe in what totalitarianism because they want the nation first phenomena is a nation first above all. This is more important call by both of them. Okay, so in a country you will have a power, how the power is being exercised. You will have your attitude toward the society, how the state sees the other societies which are not the indigenous or native to them, how the state runs their economic interest, economic policies, whether only capitalism or corporatism or mixed economy, etc., so and so forth, and the idea of nationalism, whether they have a ideology or not. Is there ideology or not? What is their ideology? Right. So if you have to talk about these important differences, your job is very much done, and you have to be very much linking to India's the brand of development. We don't call it as, obviously we are not a fascist one. Okay, we are having a blend of it. Okay, right. So the rise of Italian fascism, German Nazism shared several common causes, but all of them are actually stemming out from the Western political, economic, social turmoil in Europe after World War One. The political system has been unstable. The economic depressions came into being. Society was very much divided, segregated in the labor, in the downtrodden, and the not having good cultural homogeneity. These movements capitalized on the discontent of the population which was suffering after the World War One, offering simple radical solution to complex problem. So become very radical. Suppose you are having like A and B, two children are there. Okay, two children are there. The father is C here. Two children are there. So the complete chaos is there. Complete chaos is there in the home because of two people. Okay, because of two children, complete chaos is there. What you can do? एक को निकाल दो घर से बाहर 1 घंटे के लिए. गेटिंग माई पॉइंट हियर, 1 घंटे के लिए उसको बाहर निकाल दो तो ऑटोमेटिकली ये खामोश बढ़ गया. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट एक्सट्रीम, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट रेडिकल. अब यहाँ पे क्या है, दोनों को अगर बिठा के इनके बीच में डायलॉग करेंगे, इनके बीच में अगर बात करेंगे, बात करके ये सॉल्व करेंगे, दिस इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट, दैट्स व्हाट इट इज डेमोक्रेटिक सेटअप, डायलॉग प्रोसेस. तो अब इतने ज़्यादा कयास में, कंट्री के में इतना कयास हो रहा, सो व्हाट कुड बी द वेरी वेरी इजिएस्ट वे, रेडिकल सॉल्यूशंस फॉलो करो, गेट रिड ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम्स, जस्ट वन गो में निकाल दो. Okay, both the countries have suffered post-World War instability. They both suffered economic crisis. They both suffered economic crisis like economic depression of 1929, fear of communism, which was actually successful. Bolshevik Russian Revolution of 1917, they were successful. So they are like afraid that that particular communism may come to their country. Weak democratic governments, whether it is the Italian monarch or German Hitler, both of them are like before whoever were ruling them does not able to control the outcome or does not able to satisfy the discontent after the World War One. They failed to happen govern the country well. Extreme nationalism and militarism, both the Italian and German Nazism glorified war and military glory because they wanted to make it extreme. Obviously I've told you the example. Okay, right. Now you see ideological, they follow statism. Okay, for them nothing outside the state, nothing about the state, nothing against the state, that's all. Here they followed statism, here they follow racism. We are superior, that's all. The people, the indigenous people of Germany was superior, that's why they have done the genocide of Jews. Concept of nation, aggressive ultra nationalism, nation glorification of national past, seeking to restore the greatness of Roman Empire. The focus was national unity and power. Here they have the concept of racist biological concept of nation. Means biologically you belong to Germany and all other communities will be taken, will be seen with other eyes and they will be completely excluded, they will be demonized and they will be considered what? Inferior. So concept of nation is here all about the own indigenous, the native biological people of Germany. Here the concept of is all about whoever, so it's not important, but nation should be first. What hurts anyone, what hurts any community, they don't care about it. Role of race, initially racism and anti-Semitism were very less central to the ideology, but slowly racist policies were later adopted. The primary goal was to make sure that the nation should grow first. This here the role of race is very ideology, means only Germans are the native people are the only recognized and superior race here, all other considered as inferior, even Jewish, led to the Holocaust. Totalitarian, both pursued radical only. Okay, in the same. So, but the radicalism here in Italian is little bit less, whereas the radicalism with regard to German is more. With regard to economic system, here Italian has the corporatized model, whereas as I've already told you that Nazism believes in what? Okay, collective means complete private ownership of economy. Complete private ownership of economy, right? So expansionist goals we are having primarily aimed at new Roman Empire with ambitions in the Mediterranean and North Africa. They wanted to expand even after the World War One. Its military was comparatively weaker. Okay, sought Lebensraum, living space in Eastern Europe to establish. So they wanted to like this is the Europe now. They this German want to go here. Italy want to develop their Roman Empire, going towards what? Middle East. ओटोमन एम्पायर जो उनको ख़त्म करा था ना, दे वांट टू टेक इट बैक. और जर्मनी का तो था कि ये ईस्ट यूरोपियन कंट्रीज जो भी है, बेलारूस है, पोलैंड है, यूक्रेन है, वो उनसे मिला, तो दे वांटेड टू हैव दिस काइंड ऑफ एक्सपेंशनिस्ट गोल. Okay, so this is this much if you're writing, and if you're giving a very good conclusion, your job will be very much done. I hope this is all clear to you. I'll come with the next two questions in my next class. Keep watching my channel, keep sharing it, and do join my classes, test series, mentorship, and many other features which are there a part of that particular course. Do contact me, do join. Thank you, take care.